DrinkIt is not coffee shop with the app. It's the app with coffee shop.
Katerina, let's go to your journey. When did you start your career?
When we just started in UAE, when I announced that will be the new way of ordering coffee in Dubai, I think almost everyone said to me that I'm crazy.
Do you think that is because of the gender? Like a young guy in the same position will not be much?
Everyone was saying it doesn't look nice when such a young lady coming and presenting the project. In our coffee shops in DrinkIt, 97% orders goes online.
Did they respond by more? Did that bring your sales up?
Currently, our stores have 50% growth.
But 50% growth is big.
The location, which is 3-year-old, still showing 50%.
That is wild. Hi, welcome to Restrogast. Today, my guest on the pod is Katerina Borodich. She's the CEO of a fast-growing coffee chain in the region called DrinkIt. It comes from the house of Dodo Brands, a company in Russia that runs Dodo Pizza. Katerina's journey is really non-linear but extremely cool. As I would say, somebody who was academically trained in electrical engineering joins marketing because she feels that world may not take her that seriously in electrical engineering for a decade plus, and she doesn't have time, but leaves it while writing a book on electrical engineering, goes to marketing and starts killing it. Like how? I think in this conversation, you will see that Katerina is somebody who is not only determined, she's very aware. She understands people, consumer insights, data, very, very, process and method driven, but at the same time, curious, goes extra mile. Instead of following the rules, I think believes in writing the rules. This was also inspirational because, it is also a crash course in how land in a country where you don't know anything about them and then you make them, your own. Very, very inspirational for any restaurateur, aspiring restaurateur, business leader, or even a senior leader who's trying to, traverse 0 to 1 trajectory. Do watch. Welcome to Restrogast. Katerina, welcome to Restrogast.
Thank you so much for invitation. Proud to be here.
I have a lot of digging to do. I saw that your journey has been quite substantial and solid when it comes to the kind of results and the brands that you have worked with, built so far. But tell us, what is it that you do today? Let's start with the present.
Today, I'm CEO of the DrinkIt coffee shop chain. That's the fast-growing specialty coffee shop chain, almost fully digitalized, and we're doing revolution, from my opinion, on coffee market. And I'm in charge of MENA region, but in general, DrinkIt, we have more than 140 locations in 3 countries, and soon we're launching in Los Angeles as well.
What 3 countries do you have DrinkIt in?
Russia, Kazakhstan, and UAE.
Interesting. And why are you calling it a revolution? There's a lot of coffee, and especially we are sitting in Dubai right now, and in MENA region, there's too much coffee. There's no alcohol here, so coffee is the only way that most of the GCC runs. Why is DrinkIt a revolution?
Well, what we're saying in our company is that DrinkIt is not coffee shop with the app. It's the app with coffee shop. Because in our coffee shops in DrinkIt, 97% orders goes online. So basically, we literally really simplified the ordering experience process. Let's see, for example, if you're going to any regular coffee shop, you need to come, you need to wait in the queue to order. Then you need to tell your order. Can I have my Americano with a double shot of espresso or triple shot espresso with my sugar, and can you please put a little bit of coconut milk into it and don't stir. Many words, isn't it? Then, after you place the order, you need to pay. You need to take your phone, you need to, tap, fine. Then you're going to wait to get your order. So you're waiting twice, you're saying a lot. What happened in DrinkIt? Basically, you can order, for example, if you're sitting in your office right now and on your way down, the order during this way, your order will be prepared and you just can come and collect. And one more little thing, you don't wait to order in the queue, you don't wait to grab your order, and your order will never be mixed with anyone else because we have smart takeaway display, where is your name and your order number. So when I order coffee in some coffee shop, they screaming my name. If I was somewhere else, I coming to the till, to counter and trying to find my cup, and they look similar, and I'm trying to find where is my name written on, and it's complicated. So in DrinkIt, the ordering process is extremely smooth and convenient. You just order wherever you want and just coming and collect. So it's so smooth and simple. And when we came, why it's revolution? When we just started in UAE, when I announced that will be the new way of ordering coffee in Dubai, I think almost everyone said to me that I'm crazy because people want to talk with barista. I was like, fine, let's see the numbers. And what we can see now, 97% of people doesn't want.
What year did you guys launch here?
Well, I came here in 2022 in autumn, and the first shop started in January 2023.
That was fast.
Yes, it was. Thank you.
Okay.
Now we have, so basically, let's say the first shop was opened in January 2023. Now we have 8 locations. I hope the 9th one will open till the end of the year. And we signed 7 franchise partners for the next years to develop brand in UAE.
So these 8 stores are equity stores, or
6 one are corporate owned. So let's say I'm in charge of them. And 2, that's already franchising started here. And they started here to invest more and more in DrinkIt. And we signed 8 or even 9 locations for the next year for our franchisees. And we start in next year in Abu Dhabi.
Got it. This is congratulations.
Thank you so much. So basically, we started first year with 1 shop, second 3. Let's say this is our 3rd year. We have 8. And I hope that on the 4th year, we will have almost 20 stores. And it's just the beginning. And also, my prior focus now is to looking for strong franchise partners in countries nearby, because I see huge potential in DrinkIt in the MENA region, because everything goes to digital and people appreciate quality because we are not just digital. Like behind the digital, there are real people who making crafted cup for you, which really appreciate it in this region. So we simplifying all of these transactional things with technology, and we help to our barista to really focus on making absolutely perfect drink for you. So I think that has a huge potential in region. So we're looking for.
Are you also using those, the automated V60 machines?
No.
No.
Everything handcrafted. Like real barista.
There you are going antithesis of technology. Why?
Well,
I mean, I used to think that it doesn't work, but I mean, there are a lot of companies across the world who are using those automated pour-over machines where machine is pouring, and I mean, it almost mimics the handcrafted process, and result is phenomenal. I mean, I'm just surprised.
Well, we might move towards it. I'm a very business-oriented person. Every piece of equipment should have a good ROI in my business. Currently, the share of V60 is not so big, So we should purchase the equipment, because I also care about the capex for our franchise partners.
No, that's fair.
If they don't have to spend more, then
So
that
do
makes
people look
sense.
at DrinkIt as a coffee place or as a specialty coffee place? What's the positioning?
You know, once I've been asked, like, what does it mean, like, DrinkIt? If Starbucks is the third place, what is that DrinkIt? And I would say that DrinkIt is your place, because you can sit there, you can just grab and go out quickly. You can order through the app, you can order through kiosk, you can order through barista. If you want to pay by cash and you want to talk, of course you can do that. And if you want to have and drink it your specialty coffee, of course you can. If you want to have a tea, matcha, or whatever, of course you can have it as well. If you want to have a dessert, pastry. So we kind of have a quite wide proposal to our guests. So we're covering quite a wide audience.
So
Let's
your
say for
positioning
everyone.
is not specialty coffee.
We're not
It's
just
coffee.
specialty. No, it's specialty coffee. We rate our coffee is rated as a specialty coffee, 100%. But it's not just specialty coffee.
And you do all other beverages as well?
Almost, I think so. So
Living up to DrinkIt. So
yeah,
any beverages.
almost any beverages. Yeah, and we are always open to the market. You know how we work on our menu. When I just started, there is an approach to make a huge survey, to build a complicated strategy of your menu development and etc. And when we started that, we just realized that after a month, we literally haven't done anything, but we're still exploring. And we sit together and that's doesn't work. And we started to think, how can we really effectively answer to our customers and help them to get what they want? Of course, in the borders of our concept. And you know what we've done? We decided to just ask 100 of our customers, what do you want to see in our menu?
And what kind of, give me some examples of what came through this kind of survey.
So, for example, they came that they really want to have more tea options in our menu. They want to have salads. They want to have protein sandwich.
Wow. And none of these were there on the menu, or?
No, the tea category at this time was quite narrow, few items just there. Like the sandwiches, we didn't have a protein sandwich. We have few others. And regarding salads, we didn't have them at all. So we just asked people. They gave us a short list. We've done it within a few months. We really pushed forward.
Did they respond by buying more? Did that bring your sales up?
Yeah. We saw the good metrics, and the good metric for me that my team is doing something good, like for like. So if we compare sales in the same location year to year, currently our stores have 50% growth.
50.
50.
But that's just because it's early, right?
Well, the location, which is 3-year-old, still showing 50%.
That is wild.
And it's a combination, of course, the team doing something right with the menu.
But 50% growth is big.
It is. The menu development, the particular products. We also work with some additional things. For example, we're watching on trends. We're not just asking customers, we're also watching trends. And the functional drinks is a huge thing now. So what we've done,
functional drink?
Like protein drink. So for example, you care about your what you're eating, and you care about your protein amount every day. So imagine you can come to DrinkIt and have your latte, but with protein. And you're not just making some pleasure for yourself, having your latte, iced latte, for example, but also you're doing some good for your body, having extra portion of protein. And the retention rate of these drinks is crazy. I mean, it's good for people. And myself, I also I'm drinking these drinks. And also my top is matcha with collagen. That's what I really like. And these kind of functional things. We also have immune shot with ginger and lemon, so things like that. So
and all of these kept on getting added to the menu over the last 3 years.
Yeah.
They were not there from day one.
No. So we're developing the menu, and I think
that is very interesting.
And I think it's very important for franchise model. So the management company, They're not just giving you concept, they're giving you the machine which is ready to develop new products, to explore customers, to explore the trends, and creating constantly new recipes which answering to customers. I think that's the very important thing in franchising. And that's what we do. So we do this, we're working on the menu, we're launching new channels of sales, we're working on the delivery, you just experienced that. We're working on some other B2B options and etc. So we increasing the revenue also from that. And also one more thing, let's say honestly, the brand is growing. So we're becoming more and more visible. And one more little thing. My strategy for DrinkIt in Dubai is to do good product, good quality, consistently, for affordable price. And people will come to you.
What's your coffee price at?
It's like around Starbucks, let's say. Some positions could be a little bit higher, some positions could be a little bit lower, but in general, you're getting much better quality because it's specialty coffee than in Starbucks. And it's a huge differentiator for us. And really, the coffee culture is growing and developing. So more people really get into the quality of coffee, these specialty things, and they started to search something around them. They could not find any specialty coffee shop. There are some, but you need to drive there 10 minutes or whatever. DrinkIt is always near with you. That's the very important part of the concept. We always on the go.
You mean drive-throughs?
No. I mean, we in a
Are you
business
choosing
center.
locations
Yeah,
that are accessible?
yeah, very accessible locations, business centers, malls. I don't know, residential area, but where people really, it's needed. There is demand for coffee.
Katerina, let's go to your journey a little
Let's
bit.
go.
Where did you start your career?
Um, let's say from the beginning, if we're talking about journey. I'm electrical engineer by my education. Yeah, I finished my postgraduate degree.
Okay, let's go. Let's go a little, even further back.
Wow.
Where were you born and raised? Like, where did you grow up?
I was born in a little town Zelenodolsk in Russia. The town is near Kazan, so it's very little and tiny. And when I was young, I was really I was loving math. I was loving math so much. So I came to my teacher when I was in the 5th class, something like that. And I said, look, I really want to win in competitions in the town. And I was like, if you can help me, I don't want to go to dancing classes, some classes. If I can skip them and I can come to your class and do math all this time, we can win. Just because I will do more than other students, I will win because I will be focused on one thing. And for 2 months during my education before these, let's say, Olympic Games, yeah, I was doing purely math, sometimes 7 hours per day. And that helped me to really getting the first places, almost first 3 places almost every year. That was the strategy to get it. And yeah, and that's why I was I really like sciences like that around math. So I decided to go to Moscow Power Engineering Institute University. Yeah.
Got it. And after electrical engineering, right?
Yes. And I was working 2 years as electrical engineer, and I started as a junior, then a middle specialist, then I came close to senior position, and I just realized that to keep growing as a woman in this field, I need to be much older to get the next position, because everyone is saying it doesn't look nice when such a young lady coming and presenting the project.
Do you think that is because of the gender? Like a young guy in the same position will not be judged?
Maybe he would be judged, but it was looking much more dramatic for me. I have a baby face. I still have a baby face. Honestly, it was and everyone in engineering, they're very serious. Usually it's a man, 50 plus year old, very mature, very solid. And I was looking really weird. So honestly, norm, how to say, I'm not offended. Yeah, I understand the game. It was really weird. So I was like, so I need to wait 10 years to become like looking more solid, or maybe shall I do something else? And I decided to switch to marketing. Yeah, and I switched to marketing to junior position. I dropped with my salary, I think 3 times down.
But why marketing?
Well, what I've done, I took all the disciplines like marketing, I don't know, PR, engineering, HR, whatever, legal, everything. That was like one line. Yeah. And the column, another like, I made a spreadsheet, the areas where you can do that. So you can do marketing in, I don't know, in consulting. You can do marketing in engineering. You can do marketing in everywhere. So fields, businesses.
With that, you can do, I mean, a lot of things are horizontal.
Yeah, so I took the spreadsheet. It was like 2020 spreadsheet, the huge one, and I started to cross some things. For example, I don't want to go legal. Not my stuff, not my cup of tea. Then I crossed more and more. Then I had a short list of 5 things, let's say. Then I started explore. Then just like one left. Okay, let's go to marketing. And I went to marketing. I get my junior position and I grew up very quickly. I think within a year and a half, I came back to my previous salary and I even started growing further and further.
And what was the business you joined? Like, what was the company that you joined?
It was employer branding, and it was a great opportunity for me at this junior position to also do some recruiting, to do event management, to do many, many things, to try different fields. And after that, I purely decided to go to marketing. Yeah, and then I was invited to the biggest business publishing house in Russia. It calls Man Ivanov Ferber, to marketing position. And I also grew up there very quickly to head of marketing and also to editor and chef. So I was producer of.
You were also writing.
I wrote my book when I was a student.
Your book?
Yeah,
What is it called?
it's about the energy systems. I don't know how to explain in English to translate, but in Russia, I can say in Russia how it sounds like.
I mean, I wouldn't get it, so you.
But you will get the taste. Когенерационные источники энергоснабжения промышленных предприятий. Maybe I'll translate. Okay, it's cogeneration systems of electrical supplying for manufacturers.
Oh, so you wrote a technical book on on electrical.
Crazy technical.
But why did you write that? You joined marketing.
No, it was before, when I was a student. When I was not student, it was, I think, when I was doing my master's. I came to my
So was it a paper or was it a book?
paper, yeah, like paper book.
No. I mean, was it a book or was it like just a?
It's like a little book, which is an addition to annual. It's annual addition to a very like respectful journal, monthly journal.
Got it.
You know, they
So
do
you were
like
published in
special
the
edition.
journal?
Yeah.
Got it. Awesome.
Yeah, and you know why? Because I just wanted to do that. I came to my how to say teacher and said that I really want to write a book, and he was laughing for 10 minutes. And then I said, "Look, I really want to do that. You don't need to do anything, just guide me. Think about it and call me back." And you know what he called me back? He called me and said these words like cogeneration, electrical supplier for manufacturers. And I was like, "What is that?" And he was like, "That's the name of our book." I was like, "Okay, fine, let's go."
Awesome.
Yeah. So that was really, and that was a great example for me and for the future, that if you want something, and it was absolutely crazy for a student on his master's to write this kind of book. It's almost, it was impossible. There was no examples like that in my surrounding. But I just wanted. I just set up the goal. I just found a good partner. I convinced him. That's it, and just make it happen. And it took for me, by the way, a year. And
Again, a short time for a book.
And a year and a half for publishing. Yeah, so it was a long journey, but it also gave me a good, strategy in my life. Yeah.
So you then joined a publishing house and you rose up to the head of marketing for them.
Yes, yes.
This was in what year? Do you remember?
It was around 10 years ago, I think so.
In 2010, in 2015.
Yeah, around that.
And you're still in Russia?
2016. Yeah, they're still the biggest, the most beautiful books. The best authors, they're there. I really love their work and what they've been doing.
And how did you land in the restaurant space? How did you land in the food industry?
It was accidental.
Like office, like office.
Yeah, I was doing networking, and but it wasn't this transactional networking. It was at this time the agile marketing was booming, and I was a speaker in different conferences talking about that, how we do this agile marketing, because previously it was like you plan something for half a year and you do, but the world changing so fast, so you cannot do that. So everyone started to shift to this more agility, and we just exchanged our experience between us and Dodo Pizza, and this click between people, what could happen. So yeah, I think that something like that happened, and that's why I came to Dodo Pizza.
So you were presenting something with Dodo Pizza?
No, we just been talking, chatting, and they like.
And you're talking to whom?
I've been talking with, it was two teams, our team and their team. But yeah, the connection happened between me and the head of marketing in Dodo Pizza. Yeah, and he invited me to his team to be head of marketing in Europe. Because at this time, Dodo Pizza had, I think, 5 countries and different strategies, different partners.
I've heard about them. I mean, they're one of the most successful
largest
chains in Russia.
The most successful pizza chain in Russia. Yeah.
How many locations?
I think in Russia it's around 1,000. I might be wrong, but I think already a little bit more. Because I think in the world total we have 1,400 locations.
And it's a young brand.
Depends what you mean young. I think so. Because comparing with Domino's or Pizza Hut, of course.
10 years? Is it 10 years?
14 or 13-year-old.
No.
Yeah?
Yeah. Got
it. It's, a very young brand. Yeah, and I joined as a head of marketing in Europe. And then our company focus switched to the UK. And they asked me to work in the UK, and we've had a franchise partners there. So I started to working with franchisees. So I know very good how it works, what are their pains when you're launching the brand from another home country to a new country. So what exactly it is. So basically, I use this experience a lot nowadays, by the way.
Give me an example of, like what's how do you navigate a new country, and what are the challenges of a new brand that you navigate? What's the secret?
First of all, you need to understand that you know nothing about this country. When I came there, I started to do my first focus groups. And, British people, when they've been coming to me, I was like, how do you find this taste? And they're like, oh, that's nice. And like, how do you find this, like, poster, for example? Oh, nice. Everything nice, but sales were very low.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've had my business trip for 3 days, and my goal was to get the insights, like what could be changed. So after the first day, I'm coming back home to my hotel, and I had nothing. 3 focus groups, everyone is saying, nice. And I was like, they're not talking to me, they're not talking to me, they're not talking to me. Maybe they will write it down. And next day, I also had 3 focus groups. And I came and like, look, guys, there is a food, try it. And there is a posters, leaflets, anything. Explore, that's the pizzeria. You can explore, and this is the stickers. And you can write down your opinion. Like, is it good or bad, what you like or what you don't like? I will not watch. I will go out for like half an hour and I will come back later. And I was very nervous during this time because, I was like, I will come and there will be no stickers and no them and no food, probably. I don't know. And I was just walking around. And when I came back, the whole pizzeria was in stickers. This garlic bread doesn't have a garlic taste. This leaflet is not clear. This offer is not really a good deal for me. And I was like, oh, thanks God. I have something. I've had a lot of insights, and I started to work with it. So you need to find the approach to people to talk with them. You need to understand that you know nothing about them. You need to really, to get into this market, and you need to live there to really push the business forward. It will never work if you do it remotely. That's like main conclusion for me if you start business abroad.
So you need to be on the ground.
You need to be on the ground. And yeah, of course, metrics, A/B tests, all these things. Many, many materials about that are available on internet. Just go there. But basement, you have to be there. And one more thing, when I started in the UK, I realized that I don't know these people. I don't understand them. They looks the same, but they're different. And to understand them a little bit, I started to use Airbnb and live with people. So, for example, I need to understand more how the family's life is going. Like, how do they live? What do they eat? How do they spend their evening? I can read about it, I can ask, but when you experience it, it's different. And I was texting in Airbnb that, hello, I'm a marketing specialist landing to London. Can you please take me as a host? I will live with you 2 weeks, and I will ask stupid questions, but please help me. And everyone was so helpful. I did that 6 times for 2 weeks with different profiles,
so you lived with them in there.
Yes. For example, young family, young couple, single woman, single man. I tried different portraits just to really understand how their life looks like. And everyone is so helpful. For example, I was I was needed to make a focus group, but with ordering. And we just had a dinner, and I just shared with my co-livers, hosts. They let's do it here. And we will invite our friends. We will order Papa John's. We will order Pizza Hut. We will order your pizza, and we will compare, and we will, discuss everything. And the thing is that if I invite people in some formal atmosphere, their answers is not straight.
Correct.
But when they have a beer, when they are in their friend's house, they saying so straight as it is without this one there. It's nice. It was very straight, a lot of information for me, so it was very helpful.
That is amazing, actually. That tells me that there's a lot of science to the play, and the kind of hard work that you're talking about. I'm sure you know that so many restaurateurs don't do that, don't go that extra mile. And I'm even talking about, restaurant owners, founders who ideally should be going 10x of that because, their own personal hard-earned money is on the line, and,
That's weird.
Yeah, they don't do that. I mean, you'll be surprised how many restaurateurs don't even, care about a survey, pre or post, both. So that's amazing. That's quite a good one.
But that really helps to reach, first of all, really good results and a huge traction, because I understand that we are not the first players on the market. When I was coming to the UK with Dodo Pizza, when I'm coming here with DrinkIt to UAE, I'm not the first one. I need to be smart. I need to work harder. Our team should be faster, smarter. So we need to do really more.
So what year was this when you were in London or in UK setting up Dodo?
It was I think from 2019 till 2022.
3 years.
Yeah, and after I was marketing specialist there, head of marketing.
And you were head of marketing for Dodo Pizza
for the
UK.
beginning, yeah. But then when we decided to launch corporate chain, because it was franchise business, and we realized that we cannot do much tests there, honestly, to really explore the market, because it's partners' money. It's not fair. If you want to experiment, dear headquarters, spend your own money. Fair enough. So yeah, we decided to launch corporate chain, and there was a news in our company that we found the premises, and we will launch project soon. And I came to my boss and I said, I really want to be project manager. And Dodo Pizza is the company where no one checking your diploma or education, and everyone there was absolutely sure that I'm purely marketer. And my boss, he said you're a very nice person, you're really great expert in marketing, communications, and etc. But we need someone with some engineering background. And I was like, dear, I finished my postgraduate degree in electrical engineering. And he was like, no way. I was like, yes. And it was an absolutely perfect match. Imagine you need to launch a new concept. We decided to launch a new concept there, pizza, in a short period of time. So I've had marketing experience, English language, and engineering background for everything. So it was a perfect match. And of course, they gave me this opportunity. And I've done it so well. Within 5 months, we launched a new concept. It was Roman style door with new layouts, with a new branding, with new everything within 5 months during second wave of pandemic.
Oh, wow.
And all the constructions, everything, new production processes, everything there. And yeah, and they invited me to become an operational director for the UK for Dodo Pizza in the UK.
So you became a director of operations at Dodo Pizza.
And we started scaling, yeah.
And by 2022, when you left UK,
Yeah.
how many stores did Dodo Pizza have?
We've had at this moment a few stores in the UK, one corporate franchise stores. And we started to build a dough plant, so a huge manufacturer for the dough. And we started to building 2 more corporate stores.
Now, why were you trying to manufacture dough yourself?
Because it's a Roman style dough, it's different technology. It's like it's fluffy. It contains, I think, 80% water, so it's very, very light dough. You can eat this pizza endlessly, and you will never get fat. And
What do you mean by this dough has 80% water?
it's very fluffy. It's like I can show you pictures after that, but it's the technology, and the dough is almost like a liquid when you start working with it. Yeah, like very, very gentle, and you do it like a pre-bake based on this dough plant, and then you deliver frozen. Oh, sorry, you deliver frozen bases to every pizza shop.
Oh, that needs to be. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
that should be done. That should be centralized, of course, to keep the quality on the same level and to keep every parameters very accurate. And these frozen dough bases should be distributed to all the pizzerias to make pizza with it.
And how come DrinkIt happened after Dodo in UK?
Well, after February 2023, we were not be able to keep funding the UK business. Of course, there could be some options, but there is no 100% legal options. So we decided, and our a big purpose of our Dodo Brands company is to go to IPO. So everything should be clean, 100%. That's a prior focus for us all our way, by the way. Prior rule, and we decided to close the business. It was painful. It was very sad because the model was amazing and the product amazing, and we saw the demand. But yeah, we decided to close it.
Oh.
Yeah, and after that, founder Fedor Ovchinnikov, he invited me to build DrinkIt in UAE.
So DrinkIt is from the same company?
Yes, DrinkIt and Dodo Pizza, it's same group, Dodo Brands. Basically, it's a great synergy because core of Dodo Pizza is a huge IT system. I think more than 200, even 300 IT specialists, they are working on this really strong IT background, which helps you to run the business. You know that there are many, many processes and things which really complicated for business if you don't have automatization for it. So we already had everything for pizza. Why should not we roll out it for coffee? So that's what we decided to do. We have application, we have all the back office, we have everything.
I get it. I mean, for us, it's music, right? For example, at RestroWorks, we continuously evangelize this to the world that restaurant chains need technology that is always ahead of their needs. Your technology cannot be chasing your process. Your process has to chase your tech. Metrics are important. Data is important. Visibility is important. And then, you were talking about how, people felt that you were crazy when you talked about self-ordering and, no people taking order, etc.
Right.
I think that I asked you that what year was that, because I wanted to understand how far were you out of COVID, because I think one thing that really stuck in the world post-COVID is self-ordering
Of
in
course.
general, right?
Yes.
And I'm saying this not only for this region or India or, I mean, I'm in the US. We have customers in 52 countries. I can tell you that the only thing that I see common that was like a residual of COVID is self-ordering. People across the world, across cultures, they started ordering themselves through self-ordering kiosks, through mobile apps, through QR code ordering and web ordering, etc., which is actually quite an amazing change. I never expected that at all. I mean, in fact, up until 2020, I was kind of against self-ordering unless you're operating in a geography where there's lack of blue-collar workers. So I used to understand that, okay, maybe Singapore, some parts of Europe, some parts of US may need self-ordering, but it was more compulsion on the customer rather than customer's choice. What changed my perspective and almost shocked me post-COVID is that no, it was consumer's choice.
Yes.
And even countries like India or Middle East, which is labor surplus country, there's more population. There's no dearth of workers, in these countries. But still self-ordering is happening because people want to give humans better jobs rather than just doing stuff that consumers can do themselves. And consumers also don't want to talk to you, as you said, right?
Looks like that.
Surprisingly, people don't want to talk to barista as much
Yes.
as we thought.
I mean, they talk, but they don't discuss these transactional things.
Yeah,
They
things
talk
that are
with
set,
them.
they're set.
If you will come to our coffee shop, by the way, yeah, we're all about tech, but there is a lot of, human touch. For example, there is a customer in Bay Avenue, Business Bay, our location, I know that. And every day, 7 a.m., he ordering cartada. And even he forget to place the order, our team will make this cartada. And imagine you going back from your house down, and near the coffee shop, you remember that you forgot to place your order. And you're like, ah. But you come into this smart takeaway and you saw your cartada because it's a human thing. Guys, remember that you will come for cartada. And that's what makes like people really happier. And they have a lot of relationship between our guests and our barista. I know that they, if someone's like expecting baby, they congratulate them, if someone's going to vacation, if your favorite barista goes to vacation, you'll miss him all month. And when he will come back, you'll be so happy.
Yeah.
They talking, chatting, so it's all about people. Anyway.
Katerina, why were you given the charge for UAE? Have you worked in this region before, or what was the reason and what was the journey like?
Well, I see a huge potential in UAE, in general, and in MENA region, Gulf region, all these countries. I feel a great match between DrinkIt and this region.
No, sorry, I think I need to repeat my question.
Okay.
My question is that why were you chosen to build UAE?
Me?
Yeah. What was the reason you came to build this here?
Why I was invited? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
or why you took it up, both ways.
Okay. So first of all, why I was invited, I asked our founder same question, and I said to him, "I don't know the difference between cappuccino and flat white." And he was laughing, and he said that it doesn't matter. You'll get into it very quickly. But what you can do, you know how to build business internationally, business abroad from scratch, how to go from 0 to 1, from 1 to 10. So you understand how complicated is it and what's required for it. And one more thing, that I understand the culture differences, because I already faced it, experienced it, and it's a really good skill. So that's why he picked up me. And why I picked up, because I see a huge potential in this region.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, and one more little thing. My mom is a Muslim. So a little bit feel myself like at home here, because I'm from Tatarstan. It's a region with a lot of Muslims there, like a Tatar culture, and it's very similar with Arab culture. So
Oh,
yeah, it's
yeah, that makes sense. That's
yeah.
nice. But I was wondering when you were telling me about how did you learn, or how did you, your way of figuring out or discovering British culture by living in the, living with them.
It's impossible here.
Yes, I was wondering that. I'll ask you that. Okay, how many people did you contact in UAE? Can I come and live with you?
In Dubai, everyone is expat, like 90% expat. So it's much easier to understand expats than local people. And I truly understand that I still don't understand purely local people. I don't have here like any dreams in my head. So to develop Abu Dhabi, for example, to develop Qatar, to develop Saudi Arabia, I'm looking for a strong partner who was living here ideally all their life. Because it's not about even understanding with your brain. You need to feel it with your heart.
You need to be intuitive.
Yes.
Yeah, your intuition has to
Yes.
wake up.
And that's, I think, very critical when you do business for people, like for a lot of people there.
Dubai is one of the, craziest competitive market. And while I understand that you're an extremely strong believer in DrinkIt, and that's why you're doing what you're doing. But that said, if we take a step away from DrinkIt, but only look at market of Dubai, the kind of fierce competition it brings in, because best of everything in the world wants to be here and then lands here. And three, Dubai is like, there's no one nationality, there's no one culture. It's just a mix of subcultures, all put into one. And most of the times they don't even color each other. They just remain, you know what's biryani?
No. Biryani?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So somebody once said, and I really loved hard, but it kind of made a lot of sense. This guy has been living in Dubai for the last 30 years. And he said, well, people think that 80, 90 nationalities that live in Dubai, they live with each other and they mingle. He said, no, we are not biryani. We are a salad bowl. We are all together in the bowl, but we are different. You can pick each other up, and we don't color each other. We don't bring the taste to each other. It's not biryani.
It's not
just
biryani,
a salad
it's a
bowl.
salad.
And I laughed, and I was like, okay, that's true, that's fair, and that's amazing, right?
Yeah.
So the point I'm making is that it's very difficult to understand Dubai as a consumer market, because consumers is like full spectrum. What has been your experience in the last 3 years across what I asked? Heavily competitive market, difficult consumer insights, finding your tune. One part of Dubai may differ from the other part of Dubai, and the third part of Dubai may differ again. How have you been navigating? Give me a few insights on what were your learnings, and what are the learnings that shocked you?
First of all, I have a strong vision how DrinkIt should be looks like for franchise partners in region. So it should be like a Lego, which details you can take and use in different locations, in different regions, and what makes the DrinkIt concept really adjustable to the audience and really answering to consumer needs in particular location. And this language should be simple, very easy to use, and you still, if you come into every store, you need to recognize that it's the same Lego, let's say the same DrinkIt. So that's the vision. Then the next step is highly competitive market. Also here is I am a very strong believer. If DrinkIt can win here, we can win all over the world. So, and here we need to think more, do more, and move more efficient, faster, and etc. So what we've done, for example, the first biggest challenge was to get the location. Because we've had nothing here 3 years ago. Literally, I have a joke that everything DrinkIt had 3 years ago was me here in Dubai and 2 cases of my dresses and heels. Nothing else. We didn't have even the legal end, nothing. No premises, nothing. Yeah, and the biggest challenge was to get the locations. The first one I sub-rented a little corner in pizzeria, in Dodo Pizza. because I realized that it will be so tough to get the location. So I need to open as fast as I can.
Do you have Dodo Pizza here?
Yes, we have 15
So
locations.
technically, you had, as a company, had know-how of Dubai, right?
We have sorry.
Like you knew Dubai as a company.
Yeah,
you
of
still
course,
had
yeah.
you still had a lot of understanding and
Yes,
information
yes,
about
we
it.
have a lot from Dodo Pizza, from Drink.
But
Yes,
then
of course.
how come you're saying that 3 years back there was nothing?
We started both 3 years ago.
Oh, Dodo was also started 3 years ago.
Yes,
Sorry, I
yeah,
missed
that's
it.
okay. Yeah, we both started 3 years ago. So
Oh,
there was nothing.
oh, please go on. Continue.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I decided to sub-rent a little corner in Dodo Pizza. For what? Because I know that I need to build relationship with the leasing managers. I am at Dubai holding a big developers. I understand very quickly that they're very picky in a good way. Whom are they giving? With whom are they dealing with?
Yeah. Every space they have has an opportunity cost, and they don't want.
And also what I easily understood from like first-hand conversations in Dubai, that a lot of businesses are opening and 90% of them closing. And I realized that until I proved myself, no one will believe in me, which is fair enough. So I decided to sub-rent this location for DrinkIt in Dodo Pizza to show their really good quality of product, consistency, the concept, this ordering experience, this smart takeaway display, like everything, every puzzle of the experience to show up there. And I was bringing all the leasing managers to this location. Yes, it was inside pizzeria. It's still inside pizzeria, but it's not separate. What I mean, it's not a separate coffee shop. It's literally corner, but you can experience drink it there. And that's the main point. And I got it like within the first half a year, which is also, very important. The speed is important. And then for the next 7 months, after we built the first location, I was searching a new location for DrinkIt. And occasionally I found two in the same time. The difference with the offers was like 1 week. One from MR and one from Dubai Holding. And I would say that both leasing managers, they paid huge attention to metrics which we showed up in the first location. Google rating, they also check the sales. By the way, Dodo brands a company very open, and you can check sales of each location in the world on our website. So it's very transparent.
Sorry, wow, how?
Because we have IT systems, so we take our sales from our IT system and just showing up them on our website.
Live.
Yes. Why so? You probably will ask.
No, that's the greatest tool for franchisee trust.
Yes.
That is the best tool for franchisee trust.
Exactly.
I wish brands pick that up. That is amazing. I'm going to check it out.
Please check it out. And if
That is
you're interested in franchising, please.
That is
fill the
mind blowing.
form.
I wish all, every brand, franchisor takes inspiration if they can.
And you see that. And you're like, oh, this shop is growing. This area is growing. Some areas are not growing. And when you have 1,400 locations, it's impossible that everyone will grow. But, majority. And we're feeling the, how to say it, responsible for these results. Everyone in the company. And it's public. So we're really thinking about the franchisee's success because it's visible. It's like
Beautiful.
Yeah. So coming back to the concept and etc. So what we do here, that was the first challenges we met, and basically that's just like a lot of work and focused like.
And were you building Dodo and DrinkIt?
No,
Somebody
just
else is
DrinkIt.
building.
Yeah,
So
somebody.
you have your counterpart is building Dodo and you're building DrinkIt.
Yes, and in terms of the rest, constantly my team observing the competitors. We're talking with customers. And what is more important, we're talking not just with our customers, we're talking with customers in the coffee shops nearby. So if you're coming like, I'm a marketing specialist, no one wants to talk with you. But when you're staying in the queue, for example, in Coffee Nera, and you're asking like, what do you usually choose here? Someone who's staying with you in the queue. And this person will tell you everything.
You guys do that?
Yeah, I do. Personally, I do that. My research is that how I feel that. Why
How many
people,
times in a month do you do that?
I'm trying, it's a habit.
Like you will actually go and queue up in.
Yeah, it's constantly. I'm checking what they do. I'm trying new things. What
So
they
will you
do.
actually go in the queue and buy something, or?
Yeah. I'm standing in the queue to try Coffee Nera, for example, to check like what have they done something with the coffee, try their new sandwich, whatever, and ask customers there like, what do you usually choose there? And the lady, for example, she's saying to me, they have such a nice pastry. It's mind blowing. I was like, why you like that? And she's like, because I feel the taste of butter, for example. So you collecting data like that. And of course, we have also the numbers, but this customer's feeling you can get, and it's almost for free and it's easy to get, but you just need to push yourself a little bit to ask.
How many times? I'm really curious. I mean, I understand that you do it whenever you get a chance. I get it.
Yeah.
But do you do it like a process, or does
No,
your,
it's not process, honestly.
so
I will not try to build for you like a not existing system. No, it's not.
but does your team also do that?
Yes. And we have a chat in our chat. We always exchange what we heard from our customers, from our competitors' customers. And you know what is the most important thing, which I'm trying to push my team to mention in their behavior. If they sometimes choose not drink it, but some other place, which is fair enough, but please tell to the team why you've done it. And for example, team member saying, today I wanted to go to coffee shop with my friend, but we decided to go to, let's say, watch house because we wanted to have something with a nice view, with a nice ambience, but DrinkIt doesn't have currently locations like that. So the property search, they noted that. So, and every time you're collecting this data, and you're working with it, it's like, again, it's like a machine which constantly collecting that, analyzing, and plan, do, check, act, plan, do, check, act all the time.
Katerina, what has changed in you when you look back, let's say 10 years?
10 years?
Yes. What has changed in you personally? What do you introspect that, you can feel that change?
I would say that I'm changing every year, first of all.
Okay. So what changed in the last year?
Dramatically. For the last year, well, we moved from the small business size to medium-sized business. That's a huge change for the team, for the processes inside, for mindset. So, for example, when you're a small business, it doesn't matter to build processes. It's just wasting of time, honestly. But now I feel that we need some. So we really started to invest time and we have franchise partners on board. So everything should be clean, clear, and logic and etc. So first of all, the processes are matter when the business is growing. The second one, I really got into that. Everyone is saying you need a strong leaders, but it's hard to really manage that. So I think that I kind of got a taste how to do that, because remember when we received DrinkIt delivery today, I was surprised that we have new napkins. I even didn't know about that. So my team, they working on this product delivery, the customer experience, and they themselves making decisions what is priority, what is not. And I'm just talking with them about the vision that the experience should be like a Christmas, consistency and etc. So I'm talking about how it should be looks like and feels like, not what to do. I think that's like a huge change, and also that gives them much more responsibility, vision. Yeah.
But that's business. What has changed in you personally as a person? What do you feel is a change?
Let's say then, yeah, in this question, let's take 10 years. Yeah. What changed in me personally? A lot of things. First of all, I realized how important is the surrounding, like people who surround you, and how to build it. And I got the skill to build it if you're in a new country. To build the surrounding for yourself if you are in a new country. The second one, I would say that the biggest change 10 years ago, I was thinking that the hard skill is the king. Now I'm absolutely sure that your mental stability, your focus, your energy is the king, not the hard skill. her skill is easy to get.
Hmm.
And the third one is that it's much more important with whom you're doing something than what you're doing. I think these three main changes for the last year. My
Wow.
principles.
Very powerful. You talked about, surrounding, the second thing, people you surround yourself with, and especially in a new country where you don't know anyone.
Oh, yeah.
How have you done that?
When I came to Dubai, I realized that I really want to have a powerful, group of people around me, just to feel comfortable with them, to, make jokes and do some, to experience some different things. And I went to a few business clubs here, and I didn't like neither of them. So I was like, okay, I don't like any business club. Let's make my own. And I created my own club, and I decided to make it like a ladies' club because all the day long I have just men around me. It's F&B.
So what have men done wrong? I mean,
No. It's
when
just
it's a business club, you should allow. I'm sure there are
I
poor
wanted
men
to have a
who also are looking for somebody to like-minded people to surround themselves with.
no. Honestly, I just wanted to have a ladies' area just for myself. It's my personal preference. It's my club.
Okay, my club, my roots.
Yeah, so easily. And yeah, again, just too many men during a day. Yeah, with all my respect. So I decided to really create this kind of society. It started as a society, but after a year, we realized that it's just 20 friends. That's it. So how it was like done, I was meeting different people. And when after the meeting with a lady, I feel myself powerful. Like I really want to do something. I'm inspired. I was meeting with them again. And if after the third meeting, I understand that we have pretty much same values, attitude, like approach to life. In general, not like in details.
Sure.
I was inviting these people to a circle. And then I think for a year, we all been investing a lot in our relationships. So every Saturday, we've been meeting for training, like a high intensive training for an hour. Then we went to breakfast. Then we've been doing some, useful lecture or workshop from someone of us, or we've been inviting someone else. So basically, we've been spending from 10 a.m. every Saturday to around 4 p.m. together. I think it took a few months like that, and it's really
Oh,
built.
wow, that's intense.
It was, and we've been shocked because it wasn't like we have to do that. It was like a river, and we all wanted to do that. And I have a friend, a man. He was like, I really want to tell me more about this society. And I told him, and he was like, stop. So you all 20 C-level business owners or top managers? I was like, yes. And every Saturday you're finding time, almost 6 hours for each other. And I was honestly shocked myself. Like, oh yeah, we do that. And he was like, that's incredible.
That is incredible.
Yeah, and and also we support each other a lot. For example, one of our team member, let's say team, she was doing her speech in a Pecha Kucha format when you have one slide, 60 seconds or something.
Yeah.
She was very nervous about it, and we all decided, not in the chat, but like, not in the chat, but directly talking with each other to come and support her. And it's like official event, like everyone is very like casual, yeah. And she started her speech, and everyone's saying like, Vlada Lomova is speaking, and we all started like a crazy English fans, football fans, screaming like, "Yeah, let's go, babe!" And she was so like feel supported. Seemed like it's something nice, yeah. So that what
How's that circle? How's that business club or that community, that society supported you personally? I mean, I'm not talking about individuals supporting you. I mean, mentally, what is it that you gain from that? Or have you gained from that?
I feel that there is a space where everyone will support you. Doesn't matter what will happen. And that's, I think, and for the last year and a half, we went through different situations, not just good one, also from bad ones. And we really supported each other. Sometimes just being, and you know that there is some ladies to whom you can call and they will help you. I think that's some really nice things. Yeah, and what else? Little things like for birthday, for example, one of the ladies, she has a wish list, and we created a separate chat, to discuss what to make a gift. And then we saw this wish list and like, let's be like a perfect husband. Let's buy everything from this wish list. And we done it, and she was like, she was crying and so happy, like all her wishes came true. So I don't know, little things that how we support each other, and when you experience that, I think it's one of the best thing I've done in my life.
That is awesome. That is very, very powerful and very cool of you to build your own club, when you couldn't relate to anybody else. My last one on this, Katrina. What do you do to nurture yourself? How do you keep yourself nourished in the head? Do you read? Do you use podcasts, coaching, mentorship? Are you a mentee? How do you learn, and how do you make yourself better?
First of all, I also stick with the logic that it shouldn't be some frozen process. It's alive. Like I said, we are a machine for franchisees to develop recipes, to develop the customer experience. The same approach to myself. I constantly thinking what could be good for me today or now. For example, now I feel that I need to have for example, personal tracker for my goals. I'm finding him, and we started to work. We're setting up goal. We go ahead. Sometimes I feel that I need to go to, I don't know, for example, today I decided to go to breath work. I really love this kind of session.
You do breath work?
Yeah, I love it so much.
Wow.
You like it?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that's
I'm
so
I'm
powerful.
a big breathwork believer.
Yes.
First time I tried it, and I remember it was 6 years back, and
Ooh.
and what was happening to me in like that in 15 minutes where I was.
It's shocking.
And by the time like I came back to my surroundings, I actually sat down and I asked my breathwork teacher. I said,
What happened?
"Did you am I on something, or did you just make me feel all of this just by purely breathing? How is that possible?" So since then, I mean, the last 6 years, I have introduced so many of my friends to breathwork just to make them feel that, okay, just by breathing, you can feel this. You don't need a substance.
Yes. And every time I have a breath work, I have a huge insights on my life and myself. I'm very new in it. I just a few months ago I started. Yeah, I was so shocked.
Do you take some oils before it, or
No, just going there in this session. So yeah, I'm changing different sports. Sometimes I'm running. I'm a big fan of wake surfing. So sometimes I change my sports. So it's like a river again to support me with something I really need right now. So it depends. Sometimes I can do reading for a whole day, and I can like not touch books for a month. So it always depends. I think it's a great skill to constantly listen yourself, your body, your soul, and you need to decide what the best you can do today to make all these three sides of yourself feel better, do something better for this world. Yeah, so it's also like a process.
Katrina, that was really insightful and powerful. I think some of the things that you said are really, really deep, and I'm sure you're on a journey to go deeper in that. So congratulations, and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for being on the pod and agreeing to do this.
Thank you so much.